What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. I've got a pretty large collection update for you guys today. It's going to be all CDs and one tape. A lot of stuff is stuff that I ordered on Black Friday, and it's come in. It's been here for a little bit, but I just haven't had time to make this video like I wanted. First and foremost, I have to give a shout out to Little Debbie for these Christmas tree cakes. They're effing delicious. So without further ado, I'll get into what you guys actually came to see, and that's the extreme music that I got. The first thing I'm going to show is a cassette tape. I don't really collect cassettes, but Bog Phantom, I'm not sure if you're familiar with his channel, and Eric Bauer, who's also on YouTube as well, did this collaboration. It's a split two-sided tape. It's kind of a ambient noise type stuff. It's very unnerving. This is Neil Sidereel Thunderhead Binate is the name of this split, and Eric Bauer's side of this is Full Tang Myelin Sheath, and Bog Phantom has Spelunker. This is a pretty awesome looking tape. They did a really good job on the release of this cassette. Like I said, it was kind of noise, ambient type stuff. It makes you feel completely isolated. It's, like I said, it's super unnerving. They did this beige looking tape, and they did a really, like I said, this is a very well done, very professional. I was super impressed with this. You can go to the Bandcamp page, which I will link in the comments. I have a little mini review written for the thing on that, for the release. I'll show you all the good stuff as far as the J card goes. Just kind of folds out, and that's all. I just hold it all up together, just black, and then that. I love that artwork there on the front. It kind of, like I said, very unnerving type stuff. I listen to this. I put my headphones on in the dark and just lay down and listen to this, and it tortured me, I guess is a word to say, in a good way. I've never felt more alone than I have when I listen to this, and I'm almost at a loss of words for it. It's very rare that a release can bring out that type of emotion in a person, so definitely well done. Definitely check that out and give those guys some support. Next up, I have some atmospheric black metal. This is also came from Bandcamp. This is actually the second release from this project this year, and both projects are just absolutely phenomenal. This is a Eneferens with In the Hours Beneath. I believe this is limited to 300 copies. I could be wrong on that. It comes signed just like their previous EP, The Inward Cold, did. So far, from what I've listened to on this, it ranks right up there with The Inward Cold. I don't know how this guy managed to put out these two just stellar releases, both in the same year. He also threw a sticker in there for me, and a little thank you card. I don't know if you can make that out or not, but that was pretty awesome of him. I will link this in the description as well. Definitely, if you're into atmospheric black metal and you haven't checked out Eneferens, they're out of Montana, I believe, here in the U.S. Could be wrong on that, but definitely a great little project there. The next few are some eBay purchases I made. The first one is Typo Negative, which I'm sure many of you know by now. It's probably my favorite band of all time. This is a bootleg. This is the Suicide is Self-Expression boot. This is actually the gold. I don't know where I said orange. This is the gold disc release of this. I know there's an orange, a blue, and I believe a green version, but from what I could tell, the gold version seems to be the more desirable. And I got this for like 15 bucks, so definitely glad to have this as a part of my collection now. Just slowly chipping away at typo stuff that I didn't own already. see, I'm gonna make me a pile here to put this stuff in. The next one is another typo boot. This is Bloody Kisses, the demos. The tracks on this have been leaked on YouTube for quite a while now, and I believe someone in I forgot. It's it's escaping my mind right now where these were printed. There's still some of these available on eBay. Has the same almost artwork from Bloody Kisses on the front cover, but it has some pretty interesting artwork on the back. It says product of Vinland. I want to say these came out of Portugal. I could be wrong on that, but even the disc has that different artwork. So definitely enjoy this quite a bit. Some of the stuff sounds so much different than what actually made it to the Bloody Kisses release. I believe these were limited to 500 copies. Not sure. Of course, it's a boot, so they could, if they wanted, they could probably say that and print as many as they want. Just make a cash grab on fans like myself. The next one I picked up was the new Lamb of God EP, The Duke. It's okay. I don't have any strong feelings for this release one way or the other, to be honest. The cleans on it were a little off-putting at times, but like I said, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just kind of there. It's a part of their discography. Next up, I got some Welsh death metal. This is a Desecration with 20 years of perversion and gore. This is the reissue from I forgot the label that reissued this, so I apologize for that. But it's in this little box. As you can see, I've already opened it, so. The box just kind of opens up. Comes with this little card that has the Desecration logo there on the front. Then on the back it says obscene hardcore perverts. So that's pretty funny. There's the jewel that was inside. It's on Trauma Records, was the reissue. So there we go. I believe that's out of Colombia. Trauma Records is. Could be wrong on that, but I'm wrong quite a bit, so don't hold it against me. Absolutely love this this CD. Just amazing Welsh death metal. Just fun stuff. It also came with this poster. Desecration, 20 years of gore and perversion. So definitely stoked to have that in the collection now. Give me just a second, I'll get this packed back up and we'll move along. The next one I picked up was Serpentine Dominion. This is kind of a super group. I may have shown this in a previous update, and if I did, I apologize. I couldn't remember, so I just went ahead and grabbed it to show on this this update as well. Enjoyed this quite a bit. It's got a Corpse Grinder on the vocals. He sounds pretty renewed on the vocals on this, to be honest. I enjoyed his contribution to this album more than I have his vocals on the last couple of Cannibal Corpse records. So definitely enjoyed this a lot more than I was expecting. The next, let's see, 4, I believe, albums I got from Nuclear Blast on their Black Friday deal they had going. These were all like $2.50 a piece. I didn't find just a whole lot on there. By the time I got to look, most of the stuff was sold out, but I got these super cheap, and I was excited to get these. First up, I got Aversion's Crown with Tyrant. I've heard quite a bit about Aversion's Crown, but I've never really just given them a chance personally until this is actually my first intro into the band. And I was impressed with this. I'm kind of upset with myself for sleeping on them for so long. So I guess Now it's time to see what else they have available and what I can get my hands on. I'm sure some of it's pretty rare at this point. Next up, I got the newest For Today release, some metalcore. This is For Today with Wake. This is another band that I've pretty much slept on. I believe they're on their farewell tour right now, and it figures I would start getting into the band as they're on their farewell tour. But this has definitely got me wanting to backtrack on this band as well and find some more of their material. The next two releases are both by the same band. This is some death metal. This is Decapitated with a Blood Mantra or Blood Mantra. I'm not sure how to. This is the deluxe digipack. It's pretty thick, as you can see. I haven't even spun this one yet. I've gotten so much lately. I've got it ripped to the computer. I'll probably take it to the hospital while my wife's in surgery because I'll be there for a couple days, and it's definitely going to get a spin there. I can guarantee that. So. But definitely glad to have this one in the collection. Been meaning to pick up quite a bit of Decapitated stuff for a while, and I just haven't done it. The next one's my favorite release from the band. This is Carnival is Forever. I've loved this CD for so long. I don't know why it took me so long to grab this. I've wanted this for forever, and I just never pulled the trigger and picked it up. And then I got it on Black Friday. I think it was $2. So was super excited that this one was still available, and I was able to snag that. So the next, all of the next albums I'm going to show came from Rathe Productions. It was a black metal lot that they were selling on eBay, and I got everything that I'm about to show and wrap this update up with for $10.05, and that included shipping and everything. I got pretty much the steal of the century on this. So first up, I got a Moloch with a Abstractor Walled. Yeah, I'm sorry. Kind of a ambient, almost field noise type stuff, foresty, nature, field noise with some musical tones behind it. Very relaxing stuff, very dark stuff at times. Enjoyed this immensely, and was glad to have a copy of this. I thought I had another one of their releases in my collection, but I don't. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if I traded it at some point or I don't know. Next up, we have Beyond Helvete with Self Therapy. I haven't given this one a spin yet, but it looks quite interesting, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Almost looks depressive, black metal. Don't hold me to that, but like I said, I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know. Next up, we have Sorts with the Made in Nighttonia. This is an album that I owned at one point and I got rid of, and not super long after I got rid of it that regret of getting rid of it started to set in. So this was in that lot. I was super glad that my little $10 bid brought this home. So definitely glad to have that back in the collection. Next up is one that I had never heard of. This is a Ninevist, and it's self-titled. It's on Rathe Productions. So don't know much about this one either. Appears to have some demos that were recorded previously, and they put them together for this release. But like I said, I'm not familiar with that one. Next up, we have Animus with Hallucinations, Ideals. What's Ideals surrounding water, sound, and clouds of dust. Very interesting artwork on that. Very interesting music on this. It's kind of hard to tie this down to a certain genre. Definitely has black metal elements in this. Has some avant-garde stuff as well. Has doom passages in it. Has a little bit of everything. It's all over the place, but it's quite a rewarding listen. Enjoyed this pretty much. I'm glad that this was in that lot. Next up was probably my favorite release that I got in that lot. It has a little plastic protector on it. This is Lost Inside with Cold Days is the name of this release. Depressive black metal. amazing stuff, amazing artwork, and just an amazing release all around. So this was the first album that I saw on that auction, and that was the one that caused me to bid. Then I went back and saw the other stuff in there, so it was like a win-win. Next up, we have Hills of Safira, I believe is how you pronounce that, with Fly High, the Hated Black Flag. This is kind of this is black metal, but it has like death vibes, some strong death vibes to this as well. Just hateful stuff, evil stuff. Not for everybody, but I enjoyed that release. Next up, we have another amazing one that was in there. I was glad that this was available as well. It's in a protective sleeve. This is Lustra with Night Spirit. Amazing release. I'm sure several of you are already familiar with Lustra, or Luster. I pronounce it Lustra. Could be wrong on that. Love the artwork on that one as well. I'll just wait till I wrap this up. I only have a couple left, and then I'll put that back in the sleeve. Next up, we have Wolfshade with Trouble. Another amazing release. Like I said, man, this was a steal for $10. Just hours and hours of fantastic black metal in this lot. This is another kind of a depressive sounding black metal. Just agonizing. And last up for this, I got a band called Reverie, and this is Isolation is the name of this. Kind of has some doomy elements to this as well. In this, like I say, the band name was Reverie. I don't know. Anyway, apparently this was completely funded and released by the band. They did everything for this release themselves, but it's pretty solid stuff. Not quite what I was expecting due to the artwork and stuff, but at the same time, I enjoyed it quite a bit. So definitely check them out if you haven't done so. That's all I've got for this update. I've been working on getting my top. I think I'm going to do a top 20 releases for 2016. Not sure when I'm going to get that posted. Hopefully sometime maybe in the next week or two. I'll have that narrowed down. It's been pretty tough to try to narrow it down to 20 albums. It's been a pretty daunting task just so far, trying to narrow it down. So there was a lot of stuff I enjoyed that came out this year. But like I said, that's all I've got for this update. Once again, thank all of you guys for the likes. And if you haven't subbed, hit that button right now and do so, please. I appreciate it. And I will see you soon. I need to get back on the collection videos as well. I've kind of fell off. I think I got to part 33 or so and just stopped. And I'll definitely try to pick that up sometime in the very near future for you guys. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.